Worm farms are a fantastic way to recycle kitchen waste and turn it into 100% organic fertiliser for your garden. The solid and liquid end products are loaded with nutrients, enzymes and good bacteria to help you grow stronger, healthier plants. Today we're going to test drive the Tumbleweed Worm Cafe. Find out just how easy it is. All components are made of tough recycled plastics for strength and hygiene, and assembly is as simple as can be. Just click the legs into the corners of the base unit and fit the drainage tap securely with the large holding nut. Now you'll need to prepare the bedding block by soaking it in a bucket of water for around 20 minutes. It's made of compressed coir and will help create a good environment for the worms. Then tear off a piece of the packaging and punch some holes in it before placing it in the bottom of the first tray, which fits snugly into the base tray. This will help drainage and airflow, both very important, and the worms will eventually eat the cardboard. Now it's time to open up your box of worms. There's around 1,000 of them, and they'll have been living quite happily in there for a while, feeding on the rich humus and paper scraps. But now it's time to introduce them to their new home and treat them to their first feed from your kitchen waste bin. First, you'll need to make a suitable bed for them. You can just use soil from the garden, but if you've got some fresh compost too, then all the better. Mix the expanded coir bedding block with some soil and compost, and give it a good mix up with your hands, though wearing a pair of gloves is probably not a bad idea. Then spread it out into the first tray, but don't press it down too tight, as the worms need air too. Now it's time to add some water. Don't worry about overdoing it, as any excess will just drain down into the base unit and into the bucket you've placed under the tap. So now your worm cafe is ready, and it's time to add the customers. The worms, that is. Again, you'll need to mix it all up well, and don't worry about there being too much, as you'll need to transfer some of the mix into the top tray before stacking it last of all on top, making sure that the mix is in contact with the tray below, but not squashing it. Sprinkle some kitchen scraps over just half of the top tray to start with. Too much at any one time is not a good idea, as they can't eat very quickly and you don't want it going smelly. Then you'll need to sprinkle a little soil over any new scraps, again keeping everything odour-free, and it helps the worms digest. Then place the blanket on top to keep it all snug before popping on the lid, which clicks tight. But a heavy object is also recommended in case you've got any determined possums in your area. So, that's it. That's all there is to it. There is a third tray, which is just a spare, and all you do is swap them over when the top one fills up, and that'll take somewhere between 3 and 6 months. Now, it's important along the way to make sure that you keep the pH level right, because worms really don't like things getting too acid, and that's where this conditioner comes in, and all you do is to sprinkle about a teaspoonful of it on about once a week. Finally, you just need to find a place now to put your worm cafe, preferably somewhere close to the house so it's convenient, but also somewhere that doesn't get too much sun. Worms really don't like getting too hot, and with black plastic, of course, it will get hot if it's in the sun for more than a couple of hours a day. And of course, also, you need to remember to give it a water. A good spray with a hose once every week or so, and of course, the tea will drain out into your bucket for fertilising your garden. Gardens Online product test drive verdict: quality of manufacture, very good. Ease of use, good. Value, excellent. The Tumbleweed Worm Cafe, all in all, a terrific way for anyone to be as eco-smart as it's possible to be.